Hello everybody, it's Joe here, and welcome back to my F1 24 career mode journey, Season 0, the F2 season, Round 6, here at Formula One's Jewel in the Crown, the Monaco Grand Prix. Monte Carlo, the circuit that, I'll be honest, I spend the season dreading because we're now here. But let's give it our best shot. I think we can do alright here. Now the aim is simple, just try and keep it out the wall and score whatever points I can from this one. I'm not completely optimistic about our pace, but if I can pull a few points from this race, I'll be happy. Right, into the lap, heading in Sainte Devote, and you know what they say, no heroics here, and that's, well, we didn't really have any heroics there, but that was a decent entry right up the hill. We got a left-hander here. The car might step out. Just ignore the car. Oh, we've gone deep though, and it's not been a great entry. But where are we in terms of other competitors? We're only a 10th off there, so that's not too shabby. And we're now at the Grand Hotel hairpin, slowest corner on the Formula One calendar. Let's get going though, as we head round Portier, a bit wide, but now into the tunnel. This is the fastest part of the circuit before breaking into the chicane. Not bad, not bad. Right, now coming up to the end of the second sector, and I think this should be decent. We're a 10th off Festi though, which is not good, so let's try and find that 10th if we can in the rest of the lap. And that was pretty nice through there. That, I'm not going to lie, I feel pretty good about the final sector. The first two weren't amazing, but that final sector we absolutely smashed it. And that's put us into a provisional P3, but I am going to go again. Our second lap has been a bit ahead of what our first lap was, and we've done quite nicely. Right, let's head to the start-finish line. Is it going to be an improvement? Yes, it is a 1:19.1, and that puts us on provisional pole for this Monaco Grand Prix. It looks like, however, we are going to keep pole, and pole position in Monaco is critical. Have we got it? Oh yes, Monaco baby, pole position, woohoo! And that is a very critical pole. Oh wait, no, of course it's going to be second on the grid, because we're in Group 2, aren't we? So, my lap time, though good, it was only good enough for a front row. Who gets it then? Like, what's the... Meanwhile, Group B, Victor Martins, he sets the faster lap, so naturally, he's got pole. We've got second. I celebrated too early then. I forgot it's in two groups. But there you have it. Victor Martins grabbing the pole. We've got second. And third on the grid will be Richard Bashaw.
So it's all about speed in today's sprint race then. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top? In the commentary box, I'm Alex Jakes. Alex Brundle is alongside me. And now, we've had sprints for years in Formula 2, but with a shorter race, how does that change your driving style?
You go for a little more, a little earlier, using a bit more of that harder compound of the...
Right, this track needs a lot of downforce, so it won't have as much top speed. The good news, though, is that it's going to make our DRS even more effective than normal. Try to make the most of it in the race and quali if you can.
Well, we've had quali. We're starting P9, sorry. I don't know what we're going to be able to make up from this, but because it's Monaco. But we got 15 laps to try something, so let's just go for it. Let's just have a bit of fun. We are underway here at Monaco for the toughest sprint race on the calendar, and we've made an okay start. Porsche didn't get a good get away, and I was kind of hoping that we might be able to take advantage of that. No such luck. Meanwhile, Daruvula is alongside Vashore, and I thought Vashore might have clouted the barrier then. However, he didn't, and well, someone was a little bit sideways there. I didn't see who it was. And I want to try and position myself into 8th, and Pourchaire's having a go, but nothing happening there. Someone got alongside us. Didn't see who it was. I'm taking an opportunity on Pourchaire. That's not going to work. Everybody funneling through the hairpin very slowly for the first time. But at the moment, we are sticking in P9. And that's Arthur Leclerc getting past Victor Martin. So Arthur Leclerc getting a move in this race quite well. So P9 all over the back of Pourchaire. I don't know what, if anything, we're going to be able to do, but anything can happen at Monaco, and it usually does. Look how close we get through that hairpin. We're still not quite in range to try something on Théo Pourchaire, but I'm putting him under as much pressure as I can without ramming him. And we don't want another Waters Pourchaire collision, please. As we jump over the chicane, Pourchaire getting on the throttle a bit earlier than me. Just shows where he's more confident.
The car ahead, they're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
What do you think I'm trying to do? This is Monaco. Overtaking opportunities are very few and far between. Be lucky if we can get through, but I'm going to give it my best shot. And in fact, is this time for a heroic into Saint-Devant? No. I definitely thought about it for a second though. But look how close we are to the back of the ART car. And it just gets all the more tempting to just send one. And you have to try and resist the urge, but we're going to go for it here. No, we're not. Oh, I really thought about it. But we are going to go for it into the hairpin, I think. We're going to have one shot, so let's do it. And we have done it, I think. Where's Pourchaire? Is he alongside? Yes, he is. Side by side, coming into the Portier at Monaco. You don't normally see wheel-to-wheel action there. But we've done it and got past Théo Pourchaire and moved into P8. That was a great overtake. All over the back of Jehan Daruvula here at Monaco. There we go for another lunge. I think we do. I think we do. Down the inside of the MP Motorsport we go. Daruvula holding it out this time round Portier. And are we going to go for an up and under? No. Oh, we've tapped the back of him. And we have wing damage. So there, that puts paid to that attempt on Daruvula. So, we kind of wanted that one a little bit too much. And we're now steaming in. But no such luck now. So, best thing we can do is try and hold on to this 8th place, but I mean, you just I had to try it. Into the last sector of the race, we've hit the wall again, but that won't do us too much harm now because the front wing is already absolutely fudged. So let's just get round the Rascasse. Get round Anthony Nose, the final corner. Ollie Behrman wins the race, but we're going to take P8 and grab a single point from this sprint race. So it's not entirely pointless.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Well, what a drive that was to take the win for Prema today.
It might not be the same points as the feature race, but it is the same podium, and they get to wave at the fans from it.
As we look back on a thrilling race here today, we can now see the drivers take their places on the podium. It's a familiar sight by now, as it's another successful F2 win for Prema. After all this drama, you'd be mad.
It's a
not to
flawless
join us for the next
performance for
race.
Ollie
We hope to
Behrman,
see
who
you there.
takes the
Take
win
care.
and the fastest lap in this sprint race. Clement Novalak gets second, and Brad Benavidez, a good podium for him. Then it's Doohan, Vesti, Verschoor, Daruvala, and myself completing the points. And here's how it affects the standings. Behrman does gain a couple of places in the standings and moves himself into 8th, tied with Kushmaini. He's had 2 sprint wins as Ollie, so he's doing a good job. He just needs to score a bit more to really get himself in amongst it. Other than that, our championship gap to Hauger is increased by a point, and no one within the near championship vicinity is anywhere near the top here, so this is looking pretty good for us so far, at least on paper anyway.
Monaco. Formula 2 has been welcomed back to this most famous of race locations, and the excitement in the air is building as we count down to the start of today's race. The Circuit de Monaco is, for all practical purposes, pretty much unchanged since its 1929 introduction. As the engineers make their last inspection of the cars, let's take a look at today's grid order for the race. Victor Martins lines up on pole position, and Sunshine completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verschoor, Pourchaire, Jehan Daruvala, Vesti, Doohan, Benavidez, Behrman, Clement Novalak, Leclerc, Cordial, Enzo Fittipaldi, Zane Maloney, Miney, Crawford, Hadjar, Dennis Hauger, Stanek, Iwasa, Nissany, and Ralph Boschung completes the grid. Now it's almost time to lights out, so let's get down to the track. It is the Formula 2 race. It is.
Okay,
We've got
this, but this track needs a lot of downforce, and as such, we're not going to have quite the same top speed as other circuits. The good news, though, is that it's going to make our DRS even more powerful. So try to make the most of it in the race and quali if you can.
We've got a 21 lap. I'm going to start that again. We've got a 21 lap race ahead of us here at Monte Carlo. What can we do? We've got Victor Martins on pole. We're starting second. It is crucial to make ground at the start, otherwise it's going to be very difficult to overtake. We are underway here at Monaco, and unfortunately it's not a great start by us. Victor Martins has got a good start. We've got a car down the inside. That's our teammate Verschoor moving up into second place. So Victor Martins leads the way. Richard Verschoor is second, and currently we sit in P3, so that's not too bad a place to start. Oh, as I nearly lose it going around there. The P3 is not too bad. We've lost 1 place, but we're still looking at a potential podium if we can hold on to where we're at. 21 laps remain, however, around the toughest circuit on the calendar. This is not going to be for the faint-hearted, and pit stops could change everything. We got a yellow flag behind, but that's everyone funneling through the Grand Hotel hairpin for the first time, and Théo Pourchaire is getting close. Is he going to have a look down the inside for the end of the tunnel? I don't think so. We keep him covered around the chicane as we come up through it for the first time. And the 2 leaders have decided they're checking out. Martins is gone, as is Verschoor. And we're a little bit behind in 3rd place, and we've whacked the wall there. I can't see what damage we've done. I hope we've done no damage. Otherwise, we're in for a long afternoon. It's not been a strong opening lap at all. Thankfully, we've damaged the front left tyre. Other than that, we're pretty okay. but that front left tyre is going to be offering us a lot less grip. And Victor Martins and Verschoor are now driving off into the distance. So this might come to us later, but right now we're going to be struggling because we have damaged the tyre. After I hit the front left on the wall, and Pourchaire is within 3 tenths. Is he going to have a look in Sandoval? He's certainly thinking about some Sandoval heroics. However, there's nothing to gain from doing that. But he might have a look up the hill because he has such momentum on me. The slipstream he has is crazy, but I'm just trying to hold position. Even though the car slides around some of these corners, it's really difficult to handle. And that is what is allowing Martins and Verschoor to get off into the distance. But I know if I finish third, it's still a good, consistent finish. Nothing as such happening there. Back into the race, still ahead of Pourchaire, and now on some fresh boots. Right, what can we do from here? And I'm just saying this now, please, no safety car on this lap. Coming through the tunnel on the 12th lap, and we are doing pretty good here. Oh, we've turned into the barrier, and I think we've clipped it, and we've lost a piece of our front wing. It has come discarded. Gonna have a slower look at that. But we clip the inside wall there, and the piece of our front wing becomes dislodged. That is a problem. That is a huge problem moving forward, because that bit of our front wing is now red. So we have got a very long 8 laps ahead of us. Now the question is, do I box for tyres or do I try and hold on? With how hard overtaking is, we might be able to hold on to some points here, but oh, that just made things a lot more difficult for us, and we've still got 8 more times to go around the track, and we've got very little turn in there because we've lost a big part of our front wing, and Pourchaire is looking left, looking right, trying to find a way past. We are understeering into Casino Square, and we're gonna have the field snapping at our heels for the rest of the race. Oh no! It's all over as we make a mistake into Mirabeau there. And that will be that for our race. Right, let's try and find a safe way to rejoin. And we do rejoin, but we rejoin into the path of Cushminey. But we have rejoined the race. Maybe not completely safely, but down in P15. And that has surely ended any chance we have of moving forwards in this race. So we are on the penultimate lap, but I'll be honest, I just want to let the leaders through and complete the race early, because obviously I am stone dead last and with no real chance of moving up the field, so I just thought I'd back out on the last lap and let the leader Victor Martins through so that I could just finish the race without having to do an extra lap. Victor Martins has dominated this race from the very beginning, and he's going to emerge from Rascasse for the final time, and he heads around Anthony Nose now, and it's going to be a win for Victor Martins and a complete day to forget for us. What a miserable end to the race.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Brilliant stuff from ART today. What a superb victory.
We've heard stories of drivers watching the race on the big screens while they're going around leading with that kind of advantage. I reckon that's what they were doing, you know, AJ.
An amazing race today, and a very well-deserved one too. The team worked very hard to get exactly the right setup out of the F2 car. It works for them, and the results speak for themselves. ARTGP winners today.
Well, it was a very disappointing day for us in the end, and Victor Martins is your winner here. Richard Verschoor getting a podium though for VAR and bringing the team some great points. Théo Pourchaire, he waited all race for our mistake and it came. He gets P3. Jehan Daruvala gets 4th. Then it's Brad Benavides in 5th. Oliver Behrman picking up some good points in 6th. Dewan is 7th. Vesti 8th. Arthur Leclerc 9th. And Clement Novalak grabs a point for P10. So what does that do to the standings? Victor Martins slashes my championship gap down, and it's now just 17 points. Théo Pourchaire is 3rd. Daruvala drops to 4th. Hauger is 5th, the only driver that's done a double win this season. Iwasa 6th. And then it's Vesti, Verschoor, Behrman and Miney, your top 10. Wow, that was just one to forget, wasn't it? And I think I'll want to move on very quickly to the next one. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and hit subscribe for more content from me. Until the next time, I've been Joe. TTFN guys, ta-ta for now. Take care.